From Software's Dark Souls 3 has a ton of difficult bosses to fight, ranging from the compulsory to the obstinate, maddening, infuriating, and soul-crushing. Oh, there are some optional ones too. Let's take a look at all the bosses in Dark Souls 3, ranged from easiest to hardest. Ancient Wyvern. Can you say easy as a dead wyvern? It's a paradox of sorts because when you meet the Ancient Wyvern, it doesn't seem like a pushover, but run through its legs, head to a higher platform, jump on its head, and marvel at how easily it dies. Yes, it only takes one hit to kill. GUNDYR. The first boss you'll face in Dark Souls 3 is GUNDYR. He's a wily one, evade his attacks rather than blocking with your shield. Be careful with his second form, especially from the unpredictable nature of his attacks, and you'll have him down in no time. I mean, I died only twice, so that should tell you how easy it is. The VORDT of the Boreal Valley. This canine-esque beast isn't tough because he provides numerous ways to effectively kill him. His quick charges can catch you off guard, while his frost attacks can slow you. Otherwise, killing the VORDT and progressing forward is easy enough if you stick to his back, especially when he's readying a frost spell. Deacons of the Deep. We're not quite sure why this is a boss, but hey, we'll roll with it. The Deacons of the Deep consist of a number of enemies. Find the one with the red aura and take him down. It's as simple as 20 or less cuts to the body. Yorm the Giant. Here's where things start to get interesting. Battling Yorm is a matter of knowing the mechanics of the fight. If you don't locate the Storm Ruler's sword and use it against Yorm, you're gonna have a bad time. But no, seriously, use the sword. Yorm has 28,000 health for crying out loud, and cutting his legs for days on end won't win the fight. Crystal Sage. The Crystal Sage's magic may seem intimidating at first, especially with his illusions in the second part of the fight, but he can be felled easily if you make smart use of cover. Take note of the latter, it may save your life later. Champion GUNDYR. GUNDYR's back, and boy is he angry. Champion GUNDYR is an optional boss, and quite the menace. Defending is no good, and while dodging is encouraged, he can slam you down with a foot stomp if you're not careful. He's manageable though when it comes to his attack patterns. High Lord WOLNIR. The High Lord WOLNIR is perhaps one of the coolest looking bosses in the game. He's also really easy. Hit his hands until the bangles break, avoid his magic and smash attacks, and you got yourself another powerful soul. Abyss Watchers. The difficulty of bosses in Dark Souls 3 sees a significant uptake with the Abyss Watchers. Not only are they compulsory to fight, but you have multiple phases to deal with. The first phase sees numerous corpses trying to attack you. The second phase sees the boss using much stronger attacks, attacking with great fury all around. It's a matter of practice though, so don't lose hope. Cursed Rotted Greatwood. If you don't know what you're doing here, the Cursed Rotted Greatwood can be annoying as hell. If the villagers praying to the tree don't whittle your health down in the middle of the fight, then you'll have a hard time dealing with the Greatwood's sweeping attacks. The second phase of the fight is even more annoying thanks to a giant hand that sprouts from the center of the tree that can grab you and smash you around. Focusing on the sacks and other limbs is key to victory, but superior movement will win the day eventually. Dancer of the Boreal Valley. Fancy a dance? The Dancer of the Boreal Valley is very ethereal in a sense, but its attacks hurt plenty. The sullenness to her movements makes it hard to predict at first, but you'll manage to avoid its initial attacks. Then, well, it starts using two swords and spins around wildly attempting to chop you, because, you know, Dancer. Taking cover is encouraged, but most importantly, block and dodge accordingly if you fancy your help. Old Demon King. The Old Demon King's fire magic is an issue here. One shot, and you're dead. Talk about tipping the scales against you, and he also carries a weapon to further reinforce himself. If that weren't enough, the Old Demon King needs a great sword or great axe and some skillful dodging to fight effectively. Do you have either of those? If not, then you're in for a long fight. Pontiff Suleiman. Despite his seemingly small demeanor, Pontiff Suleiman is a real doozy. His attacks are incredibly fast and can knock you down, especially when he leaps into the air for a smash attack. Fighting at close range is required, but you have to be very careful with your blocking. The illusion summon in the second phase only further complicates things despite its low health. Dragon Slayer Armor. In Dark Souls 2, one fought an enemy known as the Pursuer who could best be described as a jerk. The Dragon Slayer armor appears to be that, but much worse. Blocking is out of the question, dodging is difficult because of the wide arcing axe attacks. On top of that, projectiles can also rain from the sky courtesy of the creatures watching your fight. If all this isn't enough, you simply can't attack him from the front due to his massive shield. Really, all it will take is a few hits to end you, and the Dragon Slayer armor is relentless in this regard. OCEIROS, the Consumed King. OCEIROS is incredibly deceiving. His attacks and magic are annoying, sure, and getting in the right place to hit him can be tricky. But it's still possible. Once he morphs into a fast, wild creature that seemingly runs around destroying everything and everyone you've ever loved, well, that's when you need to prepare to die. Like, a lot. LOTHRIC Younger Prince and LORIAN the Elder Prince. What's better than one named boss that can kick your ass? A second named boss that heals the first in the middle of the fight. LORIAN is your first opponent. His sheer physical strength will make quick work of you, and even with some clever dodging, you'll still need to take your fair share of hard knocks to hurt him. Oh, and he teleports, which is always fine. When LOTHRIC arrives, you can choose to kill him and end the fight, and that's easier said than done with LORIAN running around. Nameless King. Wow, does the Nameless King not give a single damn how much of a badass you are. He rides in on a friggin' dragon for crying out loud. The first phase of this fight involves said dragon trying to murder you with its attacks, and it's sort of manageable. Read, why does this all hurt so much? Then the Nameless King will fight you himself, and wow, does everything hurt even more. With the right spells and enchantments, not to mention a good shield, you should persevere, but the Nameless King is tough as hell. Soul of Cinder. The Soul of Cinder is the final boss in Dark Souls 3. Abandon all hope because he'll rip it from your heart very quickly. Dodging, blocking, and striking at the right time seem like a good idea to win. Then Cinder will either cast some magic to destroy you or simply jump on you and destroy you. His attacks have such a wide arc that you'll be damaged almost every other time. He also has no weaknesses because he's the Soul of Cinder, damn it. So toughen up and fight him to your last breath.
And that wraps it up. What are your thoughts about this? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and share it on Twitter and Facebook. And why not consider subscribing? We upload some really cool videos almost every day. Thank you for watching this video, and happy gaming!